All right, tonight's going to be kind of a fun video. I'm going to do a series of Mortal Kombat videos. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a United States Army veteran, former corrections sergeant, and I hold two black belts in two styles simultaneously. And the two black belts is mostly due to Mortal Kombat and Power Rangers, well, mostly Mortal Kombat. So 1992, I was in a arcade. Didn't even know what video game was in there, and all of a sudden I heard something scream out, "Come here!" And all of a sudden I heard, "Finish him!" and blood flying everywhere. And I'm like, "What the freaking hell are you playing, man?" And it's like, "It's Mortal Kombat." And I'm like, I'm looking at this game, and heads are getting chopped off, and I didn't think anything of it. So how I got started on Mortal Kombat was quite by accident. My father bought the game, but he did not know what he bought. What he bought was Mortal Kombat 2. And on Super Nintendo, nobody in my house knew what Mortal Kombat was. I'm just kind of like, I'm like, the words Mortal Kombat didn't pique my father's interest, so he didn't investigate. Thank God, because I would have, if my parents knew what was in this game, I would have never known, had Mortal Kombat on a console at home. Um, so I started playing the game, and my mother was like, "What the freaking hell is that?" And then here comes a few years later, Mortal Kombat 3 is out, and I asked my mom to go buy Mortal Kombat 3. She did some investigating, unfortunately. Reptile ate somebody's head in front of my mother, and that was the end of that dream right there. I had to rent Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 for Super Nintendo because my mother refused to buy it, and I couldn't buy it because I didn't have any money. But I had enough money to rent the game for a few days, and got I was just blown away with the speed how fast the martial arts in the game was. I was like, holy Jesus. I mean, that's how I got hooked on martial arts through this game. Listen to this nonsense. Hold on.
A controversial TV ad, a game banned in multiple countries, teens stabbing one another, and so much more. These are 12 of the biggest controversies in Mortal Kombat history. And first, the famous 1993 congressional hearings. Mortal Kombat's graphic violence caught the attention of U.S. Democrat Senators Joe Lieberman and Herb Kohl. They argued that the game's brutal content was corrupting the youth. Lieberman
This is funny. Corrupting the youth. I have two black belts in two styles because of this game. Corrupting the youth. I started martial arts at age 17 in 1997.
famously stated,
These games teach a child to enjoy inflicting torture.
this led to the creation of the ESRB rating system, which changed the gaming industry forever.
I honestly still can't believe they were getting that upset over pixelated blood. That's pretty wild. But you know what else is wild?
Nintendo's decision on the SNES version of this game. Because when Mortal Kombat was released on home consoles, Nintendo decided to censor the game for its SNES version, removing blood and gory fatalities. Instead of blood, characters just bled sweat, and iconic fatalities were toned down. In contrast, Sega's Genesis version included a cheat code, the famous ABACABB code, that allowed players to unlock the full uncensored version of the game. This decision backfired for Nintendo, as players flocked to the Genesis version, significantly impacting SNES sales.
Honestly, I would have bought a Sega.
They see, this is their fuck up. You censored the thing that made the game Mortal Kombat. You took the gore out. You took the fatalities out. That is the reason why people play this game. So when they censored this game, oh shocker, nobody's buying the censored version. You know, like, it's a game. I wish people would get over this shit.
Genesis too. And if they wanted to censor that, they're definitely going to want to censor this.
Because in 2005, a commercial for Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks depicted a graphic brawl at an office party, where characters mimicked the game's brutal fatalities. The ad's tagline, "Blood on the Carpet," was meant to be edgy, but sparked outrage in the UK. The Advertising Standards Authority deemed it too graphic and irresponsible, penalizing it and forcing its removal from television.
I'm not going to lie, they went a little bit too far with that one. But that's not the only advertisement that got shut down.
Because in 2002, a promotional poster for Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance caused quite a stir. The poster featured a pair of hands covered in blood, with the tagline, "It's in our blood." The British Advertising Standards Authority deemed it too
I find this is I'm laughing so hard. This is my first time watching this video, so I'm doing a complete blind react to this. Oh my God, I'm dying over here. Oh my God, my eyes are watering. These people are wusses for real. Oh my God, I'm like, what the fuck?
graphic and likely to cause distress. They claimed this tagline meant everybody had a killer within themselves.
Honestly, that poster wasn't even that intense, but, was Mortal Kombat a little bit too racist on this one?
Police brutality coming up.
This is my favorite, my man right here, Striker. Police brutality. I'm surprised he hasn't been in a Mortal Kombat game since Mortal Kombat 9, and he's only a cameo in Mortal Kombat 1. I'm like, oh my God. If they put him in another game, they're gonna have to make him say something else. Because in light of the stuff that's been going on with the police lately, they're gonna have to do something with this character and tone him down some.
Bring it.
Mortal Kombat faced accusations of racism and sexism, particularly in its portrayal of female characters and racial stereotypes. Characters like Kitana and Mileena were known for their revealing outfits, which many critics argued were over-sexualized and objectified. These criticisms have led to ongoing discussions about representation in video games, prompting NetherRealm Studios to adopt a
I guarantee the kids are not complaining. This is the parents. 100% the parents.
more realistic design in later games like Mortal Kombat X, 11, and 1.
It does suck that some of these skins aren't making it into the next game, but holy crap am I thankful some of these characters aren't making it into the next game.
Because after co-creator John Tobias left the series, Mortal Kombat entered what fans often call the limbo period. This era, particularly during the Mortal Kombat 4 to Mortal Kombat Armageddon, introduced some of the least popular and downright bizarre characters. Who can forget characters like Suhao, a ripoff Kano, or Mocap, a Johnny Cage ripoff? These characters contributed to a decline in the series' popularity, making the 2011 reboot a much-needed revitalization.
I am so glad these characters haven't returned.
But Mortal Kombat took things too far by not including this character, because fans were furious when Mortal Kombat 3 released without the iconic character Scorpion. Scorpion, one of the most beloved characters in the series, was inexplicably left out. Players felt the game was incomplete without him. The uproar was so intense that Midway had to quickly release Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, which reintroduced Scorpion along with other missing characters, finally appeasing the fanbase. But that's not the only time Mortal Kombat faced fan backlash, because to secure a T rating, Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe had to tone down its violence, disappointing many fans. Iconic fatalities were modified to be less graphic. For example, instead of ripping off heads or dismembering bodies, we had Kano jumping on a dude's stomach.
That was such a weird era.
But this next case really shocked everyone, because in 1997, Mortal Kombat was blamed for inspiring a teen to stab his friend, leading to a high-profile lawsuit.
Are you kidding me right now? Mortal Kombat did not inspire that, okay? I have been a huge Mortal Kombat fan, but my morality is still intact. I know the difference between fantasy and reality. That is over the top fantasy. That's oh my God. These kids that do crap like that to other people, something's already wrong with them. Okay? If their morality is that much compromised, that don't just happen overnight. But anyways, let's get back into this video.
The parents of the victim argued that the game had desensitized the perpetrator to violence. However, the case was dismissed as there were no concrete evidence linking the game to the crime. The court concluded that blaming Mortal Kombat for real-life violence was speculative, setting a precedent for future cases involving video game content. Man, that was intense. But there's even more courtroom drama, because actor Daniel Facina, who portrayed Johnny Cage, sued Midway for unpaid royalties after the game's home release. He claimed his image was used without proper compensation, monetization. However, Pacina lost the case. His contract didn't explicitly cover royalties for home video game sales. The court ruled in favor of Midway, highlighting the importance of clear contracts and agreements in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, that was a tough loss for Pacina, but that's not the only time Mortal Kombat took an L.
Fast forward to 2023, and Mortal Kombat 1 explodes on the scene. But lurking beneath this game was a controversial monetization scheme. Players were outraged by the game's aggressive use of microtransactions, which many felt were necessary to unlock the full experience.
Okay, I'm gonna get into this. I own Mortal Kombat 1 on both PlayStation 5 and Xbox. I bought the game twice. The full thing, including the DLC, twice over. I bought Mortal Kombat 11 twice over, the full thing and the DLC, both PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Um, I have all the game systems. I have two PlayStation 5s, Xbox Series X, and a Nintendo Switch. And I don't know what they're bitching about. I- I- if you don't, the only people that are bitching are the ones that don't have money. That's the who is bitching. This game is well worth every fucking penny that they're. I mean, is worth everything.
Items such as character skins and gear were locked behind a grind wall, with players either having to spend countless hours playing or resort to purchasing the items with real money, not to mention many features not included in the game's initial release.
How do you forget to add tag moves into a fighting game?
This led to a significant backlash, developers of prioritizing profit over player satisfaction. That game really left a sore taste for a lot of fans.
Sometimes I wish this game got banned, but there's actually a Mortal Kombat game that got banned in multiple countries.
Because Mortal Kombat 9 faced bans in Australia, Germany, and South Korea due to its extreme violence. Yeah, thanks, Waz. I'm not gonna lie, Noob Saibot's fatality of tearing that guy's cheeks apart is disgusting. But if you like tearing up guys' cheeks, subscribe.
Yeah, this is hilarious. But anyways, the beginning part had me cracking up. I am out of here.